What's up, y'all? So pretty much since I can't remake my build, I'll just be showing y'all the stats, and y'all could just make a build based on that, and I'll tell you the height and weight. But it's gonna be a shorter video because I'm gonna just run down through all the badges and what I think is the best for this type of lockdown. So these are the stats. Right now I'm at a +2 on everything because I'm at a 97. I keep dropping from 99 to 97 because I be playing with randoms a lot. I mean, if y'all ever want to play with me, just add my gamer tag. I'll leave it in the description. But yeah, pretty much these are the stats. Right now I do have Gatorade. Never mind, it ran out. But yeah, these are the stats. Once you hit 99 point, once you hit 99, you'll have a 99 block and rebound, which is, I don't even think centers get that. You'll have, I think, a 80, 88 or 89, depending on if you're 99.9 for driving dunks. So you get contacts. But yeah, that's what I have for my stats. Y'all can make the build if y'all want. For my animations, this is the jump shot that I use. I don't use a shot meter. I just use base Tony Parker. I haven't really changed these. I don't really dribble on this guy. But for layups, you definitely want to put on long athlete. It's the best layup package. You won't do none of that dumb stuff like the park layups. You gotta take those off. Those are terrible. You want to put on long athlete. And for dunks, I found that the best way to contact or to trigger contact dunks is to have Russell Westbrook. You need both of the leaning slams. I just ended up liking the Uber Athletic, and the LeBron James just looks good to me. But you want to make sure once you do have an 85 driving dunk that you put on these contact dunks. Because if you don't have them on, you won't get them, and your player will just go for layups and pretty much just get blocked, and it'll be like, what's going on? But yeah, that's pretty much all the animations I got. Now it's time for the badges. So for the finishing, I switched these in and out. I can't tell if I like a gold for contact or gold for relentless. It honestly doesn't matter how you put it, but those are the two badges I use for finishing. You only get one shooting badge the way I made the build, and I found the only way I'm able to make shots is with bronze quick draw. That's the only thing I can green on. I can't green without the bronze quick draw, so I had to use my shooting badge on that. For playmaking, it's a must-have is downhill. You will outrun anybody on the court that does not have on downhill. The centers, you're already a small forward, and you already have like an 80 something speed. You're already faster than them. But once you have on downhill, like they do not come close. You barely get blocked by chase down. And quick first step. I didn't know what else to put it on, so I just had it on that. And for the defensive badges, this is what I got. I have 30 on my build, and honestly, 30 is too much. You don't even need 30. So I'm gonna tell you what you need for like a guard, point guard, shooting guard, and then I'm gonna tell you what you need for a center. So for guards, if you have about 11 or 12, that's a good amount. But for guards, you don't need box, you don't need brick wall. If you want chase down, put it on bronze. You'll get the animations for it. Clamps is a must-have for any type of position besides like a big man. I don't really think you need clamps for a big man. But since I play on guards and bigs, I have on clamps. But for clamps, if you can't get it Hall of Fame, put it gold. I tried it out with just bronze, and I noticed that you don't make the dribbler pick the ball up as much. So you definitely want to have it higher up. Defensive leader trash. The numbers behind everybody's name just messes with me. Like, I can't focus. Heart crusher, if you get a block or a steal on somebody, and this is Hall of Fame, like, they instantly go cold. I think you need like 2 steals on the person and they'll go cold, flat out. But Interceptor, I have realized is trash. Do not put on Interceptor. I've had this Hall of Fame. You still tip the ball. You still, like, just let the ball go past you sometimes. So I just took it off completely. I think I have like an 80 something steal. I mean, I get steals perfectly fine. I think I average like 0.92 steals a game. So that's pretty good for Park anyway. But you don't need Interceptor for a big man or a guard. You need Intimidator no matter what, big man or guard. Put it on as high as you can, as high as it'll go for you. Do not put lightning reflexes on. I've tried it out, Hall of Fame. It shows you the little yellow arrows, but they'll be going the wrong direction. Like, it'll point backwards while they're doing it behind the back, and so pretty much it's useless. Moving truck, you only need if you're playing in the post. Without moving truck, you are just gonna get thrown around in the paint whenever they're backing you up. But as a guard, you don't need it. Off-ball pass, terrible. You don't need it. Pick dodger, now for bigs, you obviously don't need it. But for guards, I feel like if you just have a center that can hedge the pick, so meaning the offense, they'll have the ball handler, right? And then the center will come set the pick. If you have somebody stand on the opposite side to where the ball handler would go, that pretty much negates pick dodger. You honestly don't need it. You can just play the sides. And if the if the ball handler goes to the right, you can just go over or under the screen while your center just hedges it, and then you just play off of that. Pickpocket, you don't need it for either build. You get steals regardless as long as you know your timing. There's one way you can always get a steal on the ball handler. It's either when you're looking away from them. If you're like back is towards them and they're dribbling the ball, just press square if you can, or X if you're on Xbox. But you get that type of steal almost all the time, and when they're running off of a pick and you just go for the steal, you get that a lot of the times too. Pogo stick, underrated. You need this if you're a center. Guard, you don't really need it unless you play in the paint also for whatever reason, but centers is a must-have. Post move lockdown, you don't really need it. I haven't seen too much use of it. There's not too many people that do drop steps this year or post spins. I mean, if you do, you can still get in front of them with the clamps. Clamps helps with post spins, but the only thing this will be useful for is drop steps. But nobody does that. They just back you down and try and go up. They just stand under the rim and pump fake until they get you. But that's what pogo stick's for. And with pogo stick, if you're in the paint and they end up picking the ball, do vertical blocks. And to do a vertical block, you hold your left stick towards the basket, so it'd be like you're running towards the basket, but you're not using turbo. So you hold left stick towards the basket and press triangle, and your character will go straight up with both hands straight up. So that's an easy way to get blocks and contest in the paint. Because sometimes I know I catch myself doing this a lot. I end up holding turbo while trying to go for a block, and he'll do swap blocks, and it'll just get me out of position and mess my timing up, and they'll score. So yeah, do vertical blocks. Rebound chaser, not worth it. If you can get positioning and just stop them from getting in front of you, you'll get the board regardless. You don't need it for either build, in my personal opinion. Rim protector, every big should have this. If you get one block, it fills up half your takeover meter the higher you go. So if you have it on bronze, it'll probably go up a quarter. I know on Hall of Fame, if you get one block, it fills up half your takeover meter, and it also fills up your team's takeover meter. So like if you get the block, then your teammates' takeover meter will go up a little bit too. So guards don't need this unless they're a two-way and get blocks a lot, but unless you're not in the paint, I wouldn't suggest it. Tireless defender, I have not seen it work lately. I'll put it on and it feels like I still have the same amount of stamina on defense. I don't notice a difference, so I don't use it personally. I mean, y'all can try it out, but I have not seen a difference with or without it, just like Rebound Chaser. Trapper, you don't need it. Don't put it on for a guard or big. Worm, you don't need if you're a guard, but if you're big, you sort of need it, because you don't need a Hall of Fame, because every center in the game will most likely have Hall of Fame box. So pretty much you're just wasting badge points with Hall of Fame Worm. Because I realized once I'm boxed out by a center, there's most likely nothing you can do about it, because they have the strength and they're usually bigger than you. So there's no way you're going to be able to push them out the way or swim by. But I realized if you don't have it, then guards are able to box you out. And I'm talking about 6'2", 6'3" guards. So if you at least have it on silver, then you'll be able to get past the guards that are boxing you out whenever you go up for a rebound. But yeah, those are pretty much all my badges. This is a definite must-have. Big or small. You always want to have contact on, whether you're a guard or big. But yeah, that's it. These are my stats right now. I was at a 70 win percentage. I don't know if I lost it or not. Yeah, I lost it. But those are my part stats. I got 1,043 games played, 6,000 points, 4,000 rebounds, and that's without Rebound Chaser. And you see, I almost average a steal a game. My three point is that rating because I have other builds that I shoot on. But yeah, those are my stats, and that's pretty much it. I mean, if you made it this far, I doubt you did. I doubt anybody watched it. But if you did, like the video, subscribe if you want to, you know, trying to grow out here. But yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.